Back to Shadowrun week, God knows what, mission 26. Well, the end of mission 25. Maybe we'll get to 26, we'll see. I will change the gameplay screen and we will all be introduced. So we'll start with this guy, Jack.
Just one quick question.
What?
Have we advertised on the LC at least?
I don't know. I don't spam the LC because I don't have. Well, okay. Why is my internet acting up?
Hey, I'm Jack. Everybody's talking over me this week, so that's my intro.
Wow, we may not have a stream. I'm at 64% frame rate loss.
Oh no, all the packets are being lost.
They're being stolen from us.
Give back our packets.
I'm just going to start killing apps.
Well, it's a little known fact that drop bears love data packets.
You know, I thought that given the spotty cell phone reception in Australia, but then I also remembered that there are only two Australian people in Australia. Just one lives in Sydney and one lives in Melbourne.
All right, that's enough of that. Who is this person?
Damn you, you've discovered our secret.
Who is this pixelated monster?
I'm the one in Sydney.
I am Kai, your resident chaos agent. I've got to come up with a alliterative phrase for that. But if you need some street samuraiing, I'm your person.
And this person?
Andriga, the Jacqueline of all trades, and you know, she's the sorceress supreme rigor.
Okay. This guy with the one arm.
Yeah, Clutch, he's an actual rigger.
Hey, I can do rigging.
drives,
not quite as good as you.
drives cars and, drones and stuff. That magic crap, you can keep that. But, I like pick locks and blow things up.
And last but not least, we have this blue guy.
Yeah, Kenny, the group's technomancer. Was a little disappointed that he was not introduced. I mean, you said be introduced. I thought you were doing it.
No. I don't know who the hell you people are. I'm just trying to kill you. Sometimes.
Okay.
Oh,
that explains why we're still alive. You don't know how to kill us.
I'm apparently, I'm really bad at it. Baloo has what do they call it in Pokemon? Evolved?
Yeah. He's reached his ultimate form of a drop bear.
I should have made him gargantuan instead of just large. Anyway.
Well, to be fair, in Australia we did have megafauna, which were marsupials that were gigantic size. So.
Of course you did, because everything else trying to kill you wasn't enough.
I still maintain the opinion that kangaroos are just...
Kai's dropping out for me. Is he dropping out for anyone?
Yeah, he turned into a robot.
Beep boop.
Not a cool one either. Not a cool Dalek robot.
He didn't turn into a robot.
Exterminate.
It could be my terrible internet being terrible. So where we left off last week, you guys had captured Vishala, and as you tried to leave, the spirits started trying to kill her, so you decided to bring her back into the building. Did you call Guide to let him know you had recovered her, but what the situation was?
I believe we had yet to come to a consensus on whether or not we were going to call Guide.
I thought we wanted to question her first, is what I got to the point of that first.
But my understanding is we're going to question. Yeah, we're going to question her first, and then we're going to call up Guide and let him know that we've got a corpus for him to collect.
Well, his whole purpose was for you to bring her back so he could question her.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice for him.
So
yeah, we managed to question her before she died of her wounds. It totally happened before we began the questioning.
Yes, but what questions are you asking? You're going to ask the questions he needs answers to. See, that's where you need to think.
Well, yeah, that'll happen. But first, we need our answers. Then we'll think about his answers.
Do we even give her the benefit of the doubt that she might not be the mastermind behind all this shit that's happened to us, or do we just take it as given?
Yeah, I mean, I just got the one answer. That's why she's trying to kill us.
I mean, can Jack, or I guess technically even I could ask the spirits, although without any conjuring, I'm guessing they probably don't understand me. Whereas with Jack and his conjuring, he could definitely get the spirits to understand him and ask why they're trying to kill him, what exactly she did to them.
No, I meant why did she try to kill us? I don't really care about the spirits.
But Guide might be interested in why the spirits are trying to kill us.
Oh, there's that.
We get all the answers that he wants, and then, give him a corpse.
Kai is a simple being.
Look, Kai's just here to chew bubblegum and shoot people. And currently, Kai's trying out this really old bubblegum called Tic Tac gum. Apparently, there's still some around because it was just terrible.
So, you haven't been paid for this run yet because you haven't completed it. And you are holed up in this warehouse. You're not for sure how long. You have done damage to Vishala. I would like. I forgot there's matrix interference in here.
We only did stun damage to Vishala, so.
Yes.
I purposely didn't shoot her because I didn't have a stun weapon.
Yeah, but see, Dockwagon doesn't care about that. They care about vitals showing distress.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah,
and
but
I'm wondering if she's in the shielded warehouse. How does Dockwagon know her status? Maybe Dockwagon is on their way as well.
They don't know her status. She's obviously dead, and there's no point going along to collect the corpse because she's already dead.
That's not how Dockwagon works.
My burning question is...
So she's unconscious right now. So you aren't asking her anything unless you don't expect an answer.
Well, I guess we could tell Guide she's here, and then while he's coming here, we can, ask her questions. I don't know.
I mean, we can slap her with a stim patch, I guess.
My memory was, didn't we tie her up, like hog tie her, and then bring her back with some heal from...
we didn't get that far.
Yeah, you didn't get that far. You did have her secured. And you can... Where would you like her token in the map here? Can you see the entire map? What I'm going to do is open the entire map up to you. There, you should see everything, right?
We've got the entire map visible, but not, at active points.
What do you mean by active points?
Oh no, okay, it's now actively viewable for everywhere.
So yeah, I removed all the NPC bodies. I assume that as soon as you pass by, the guys that you had zip-tied waddled their way out.
Yeah, we probably let them go.
What I might do is, I might heal her just to ensure that no proper healing can get along, but get her up.
That's a smart idea.
Since my healing won't be as good as Jack.
That's
and
awesome.
I want to make that 5 karma investment worth it.
I was gonna say you're making your handicap work as an actual asset. I can screw this up for every other mage out there and still do a little tiny bit of good, maybe.
That's pretty funny.
Well, I mean, I did use... I don't think did I ever actually use the heal spell? I bought it because we didn't have Jack for a long time, and I was like, crap, we might...
Yeah, I think you healed Kenny or Kai, one of the two.
Yeah, you did heal somebody 2 sessions ago. She has 5.2 essence, so...
So she gets healed for 3, but I'll put it all into stun. So, no, she only has stun damage anyway, right? There was no overflow, right?
Yeah, I think it was only stun damage. I'm not too worried about that. What are you trying? Where are you trying to put her with your 3 hits? At one box or 3 boxes? What?
It would heal 3 stun damage, so she has 3 less stun than she did before, which should bring her up and awake, right?
Yeah, as long as she has one condition box available. She doesn't have 2 monitors, so. So you're going to bring her to 1? That just means, just be aware if you decide to go the unsavory route of torture that does cause damage.
We're gonna strip her stuff off first, so in case she has any kind of weird things on her.
Exactly. Once she's fully stripped and hogtied, I mean, obviously leaving her clothes on, or at least most of
I
them.
was wondering.
Well,
You guys are the bad guys.
maybe.
She can keep her underwear. She can't hide anything
Yeah.
in her underwear, right?
I don't know. It's a good question.
You remove any useful gear from her.
Exactly.
So her DR is now whatever her body is.
Yeah, and we're searching. I guess we'll do an astral sensing to see if she's got any, smuggling compartments or anything like that.
Does she have any comlinks or anything of that nature on her?
She did, yes. She has. I'm assuming you're sensing. Yeah, she has. Was that in a sense?
Yeah, that's like looking at her.
And
essence
5 tells you
thoroughly.
pretty much everything. She's.
Yeah, so I want to know all her augmentations and make sure and remove everything.
Her emotional state is distressed, obviously. She has cyber ears. She has cyber eyes. And that's it as far as.
What level?
They're just standard. They're nothing fancy. I don't think that doesn't tell you rating, right?
Yes, at level 5 I can even detect delta wear. So.
Well, no, but I said rating because you can have
Oh no,
rating 1
I
delta.
don't know if it detects.
I don't think it
grade,
does.
but it just tells you grade.
Yeah, so yeah, they're just standard grade. She's got, I'll tell you, 5.2 essence. Essence? Yes, essence.
She's effing.
She's effing essenceable or whatever. She
have the data check?
She does not.
Hmm.
She does not have. She had auctioneer business clothes and full body armor with a helmet that had chemical protection, electrochromic, fire resistance 4. She has a burner comlink and a Renraku Sensei.
Ooh.
Hey, I got a deck upgrade. Except no, that's technically a downgrade since I bought it.
No, the Renraku Sensei is a comlink.
Oh, misremembered.
And 3 packs of cigarettes and a lighter.
Check the Renraku Sensei. Maybe it'll tell us who she's been talking to.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Comlink. I can hack that. Although you'd probably still be better at it than me, Baron.
Well, it had bio locks on it, so I don't know how you're ever going to get into it.
If only we had a finger belonging to the person, right? I guess we'll have to cut it off, right?
What you find is that comlink only had your contact information and Nikki's contact information in it.
That's interesting.
That's sad that she has no friends.
Well, I think we realized that she had no friends, and that's probably her fault.
And the
Is there any-
burner comlink was unused.
Is there any ammunition in these weapon crates?
They aren't actually the type of. I don't know. I'll say there's probably like 1 loadout. There's no no stats for the weapons.
Well, if we wind up fighting those spirits outside, can't hurt.
Give me engineering, or I don't know. Is there any magical knowledge? Maybe beyond you guys to figure out what they can do.
There's Arcana. Would that be applicable?
Yeah, sure. So, you're pretty sure that using these weapons will really screw up your astral reputation, and if you're not awakened, it'll just draw a big target on your back for all spirits. They are bad juju. It just carrying them around, like transporting them, will slowly turn your aura toxic.
Well, I guess this is what was causing all those toxic locations.
Yeah, the after effects of the weapon. Yeah, you don't really have the background to understand the full effects of them, and how they're made, but they're really. You can definitely sense that they're definitely nasty, and they seem to combine tech and magic.
So Jack is staying out of the room, not just because it's a mana void, but
It's a mana void. Yeah, you're uncomfortable in there because it's a mana void, but you have less to be uncomfortable about.
I only have Essence 3.
Yeah,
I have half the S.
you have embraced the suck.
I mean, we can bring her probably outside the room if that makes it easier for
That's true.
Jack.
But if we go outside the room, the spirits will get her. That's why we're here.
Oh, I thought that's outside the building they start tagging.
Well, that was when they started tagging her, but spirits, as you know, because Jax was there, can come into the place if they are if they have enough reason to.
Well, we could drag her over by the door, so at least Jack can sit outside the door.
So we're putting her
Yeah,
in the
I would
doorway.
guess.
Sounds
I
like
guess
You
I
can,
would
you
have.
can slam her
done
fingers in the
sense,
door. So she has one attribute, one condition box. And you wanted to question her, or did you want to call guide? It's up to you guys.
It's waiting for her to wake up.
Well, she's awake.
She is awake.
Yeah, she's conscious.
Why the hell you try to kill us?
Oh, I should say right now that this could get dark, and I know this is Shadowrun and all, but let's not go too insane with any actions that you perform to her to get her to talk. If you choose to go that
okay.
You got the bolt cutters?
route. And there went that
I
idea.
fade to that.
The scene fades to black, and she has told us everything.
Yeah, that's also. So be aware, she is a professional.
Mm-hmm. Well, I suppose we should at least hear what she's willing to say up front. By, asking her why the hell she tried to kill us.
And give us a good reason why we shouldn't, do the same.
You knew too much.
Hey, I don't know anything.
It's just business. You knew too much.
What do I know?
Yeah, help us out with that. What did we know?
Yeah, because I have no idea what I do.
You had enough information that eventually you would be able to make connections that I don't need made.
I see.
All right, so that ship has sailed. Why don't you just tell us what the connections we were supposed to make are?
So it's not going to be that easy. Over the table, you guys have options. There's the social options, con, influence, etc. There's torture options, which are less savory, and just keep in mind the shadows have eyes and ears, and it may come down on you later.
Why would it come down? We would want that because anybody that tries to get us killed, we want them to know.
Yes, but that also labels you as monsters. There's one thing to be criminals; it's another thing to be monsters. War criminals are worse than criminals.
I guess.
I mean, my reputation is pretty high. Bad things come out of that.
Yeah, I'm sure Pol Pot's reputation was pretty high at one point.
Hey, say what you want about Pol Pot. He died under house arrest. What's that say about us as a species?
We have dangerous houses.
Stay out of that house, at the very least.
I can concur with that. So anyway, that's your options. So Jack, are you trying to use social skills?
I would always try and use social skills.
So how are you trying to get information out of her? Are you trying to con it, influence it? You tell me. I prefer you just ask questions in a sneaky way to try and trick her into talking.
We don't know enough to ask the right questions. That's the problem.
You actually do. You have keywords. You know MCT. You know nullsec. You know dis. You know all these things that have happened that she's somehow involved with, or maybe not, but you think she is. That's what you need to ask about.
Ask her why
I'm
Asp wants
furiously
to know
writing
about
those
her.
words down.
I'm sorry? I'm assuming you wrote. I would hope somebody wrote these things down, or why have we been playing for 30 plus sessions?
Yeah, but remember, Jack missed a couple of sessions.
Yeah, he missed the session that was a refresher on all of the things that we would want to ask Vishala about.
Yeah, I went from 21 to 25.
That sounds like a Boy Scouts problem.
Is this 25 or 26? You said it was 26 in the announcement.
We are ending 25 and just rolling right into 26. 25 was you capturing or destroying her and returning to guide. You have not returned to guide.
Did he want her?
Yes,
yeah,
he wanted her.
He wants to question her. Yeah.
He wanted her for questioning, preferably alive, but if not alive, he wanted proof of death.
And we can't bring her out of the building, so we should probably call him and have him come over here.
I mean, you probably could. You just chose to retreat.
We wanted to talk to her at first, but this isn't going anywhere.
It could
Well,
go
I want to
somewhere.
know.
It
I
could
wanna
go
know-
somewhere. I'm just trying to make this more than just roll some dice and I'll give you answers.
I want to know what ASP why ASP is looking into her research. That's what I want to know.
Are you gonna ask that, and how are you gonna ask?
I would assume it has something to do with the weapons, and Andriga will let you know all about the weapons and their bad mojo.
I feel like Kai is just like shouting, "Ask her about ASP." Those people seemed really keen on it. Because
ask her about ASP. Tell us about ASP.
Again, are you like intimidating? Are you conniving? Are you making influential? How are you going about this? You rolled influence, so you're just trying to look here. If you answer the questions, gal, we can maybe go easy on you. That kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay, so
Kenny over there is going to get his bolt cutters. Tell us all you know.
Aw, you guys said I
Jack will
could
be
use
good
my
cop.
flamethrower.
Jack will be good cop. Everyone else will be bad cop. Or bad cop to worse cop.
would you like to use some edge on that? Because she rolled 4 hits to your 3.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna slap her around a little bit.
Oh no!
And do 1 stun damage. Uh-oh.
And she's unconscious.
I do have unarmed.
Oh god, so you're gonna roll an attack and make it official.
Doesn't she
Open
have,
hand
wound
technique.
penalties? Doesn't she have wound penalties?
And she's also tied up, so how's she gonna dodge?
Oh, she probably did have win penalties on that composure check, but her last 4 dice weren't hits.
Oh yeah, her last 4, and she only has 10 boxes, so yeah. I guess I could turn wounds on.
Tell us everything you know.
Well, if you don't knock her out,
I was gonna say, what's her defense look like on this?
That'll tell us what her body is.
oh, it didn't apply the wounds to the defense. Oh, that's because the token's not
Well,
tied to
So
the sheet.
defense is only her body now, right? This is an excellent source of edge.
No, defense is agility and intuition.
Yeah.
No, reaction and intuition.
Because the DR's wrong.
Yeah, well, that's going to be wrong. I haven't updated it. We know it's at 0. Now let's
So-
see
but-
how that
but I
rolls
assume you
in
got
again.
Edge for slapping her, right?
Does that qualify as edge
Look at it.
use?
Even with -4, she still got 4 hits.
And I'm fine with that. She knows that I'm going
She
easy.
knows you mean
So-
business. All right, so
Yep.
I'm
so-
going easy on you.
so ASPs are the astral something protection society.
Sector police.
No,
Astral. It's.
astral space protection society.
Yeah.
They are most likely not happy with the experimentation that went on with spirits and the weapons that cause damage to the astral.
Well, then why is the null sect after you as well?
Well, they were approached to wipe out the tech part of Monotech. Since they're good at that sort of thing, but other parties are regretting including them because they have trouble keeping their destructive tendencies in acceptable boundaries. That's why they're involved in anything, and of course I am outside those boundaries, and now they're after me.
So wait, did you bring the nullsec to Denver, or were they here already?
Null sector everywhere. They're
Well,
it's getting their attention.
Responsible for the current infestation we're experiencing.
It's not an infestation, but yes, I'm not responsible. But they became aware because I needed my associates and I needed their assistance.
So, do you know the guy named Guide?
I know of him.
Tell me, be honest. Is he your boss?
What? No. I don't work for a spirit.
See,
That makes no
see?
sense whatsoever.
Look, I that was reverse psychology, guys. It worked.
So Guide isn't even human, huh? Okay. Well, also, that probably informs us what Guide wants to do with Vishalis, considering all the other spirits that are pissed off.
That
Um,
makes
has he struck you guys as a spirit?
Well, he's obviously not human.
and he's
valid
probably
point.
not a dragon.
Maybe not a dragon. I don't know.
When I astrally sensed him, he came out as a mundane, so we know he's definitely got very good astral hiding aspects.
Like I said, probably not a dragon.
So, did you ask her who her partners were?
Not yet. I was getting to that.
She's becoming reluctant to answer. You're having to rough her up a little bit more each time. Are you gonna turn to full on torture or just a little bit of physical roughhousing?
Yeah, no, I'm just
Old school police work, we'll call it.
Yeah, old school police work.
Jack, let a professional handle this.
Oh god.
Now, Vishala, tell us what we want to know,
No, this is
or
not a
I'm
good
going to
idea.
sign you up for some very risky mortgages.
Oh Jesus.
You do not have the property to secure these loans.
I don't, TJ.
I withdraw my objections. You may continue.
I think you just for suggesting that have lost like at least 5 reputation. You
Sweet, I'm back
you
to
predatory mortgage broker bastard you. What is this, the 2008s or the 2020s? What is wrong with you?
I'm going to grab her shoes that we took off and start scouring the room for spiders. Are they venomous? I don't know, but she's going to have to put her feet in them.
She's actually finding this comical rather than intimidating. It's like you hear her almost hear her mutter under her breath. It's like being questioned by the Three Stooges.
Come now, darling, you're amateurs.
Wait, who invited Edna?
I mean, we can find a wood chipper somewhere, I'm sure, but you know, it's kind of messy.
We were told not to be that messy.
Are you playing bad cop, dumb cop, or something?
No, I am very clearly the what's his name, the Muppet that's like super patriotic to
Sam?
Jack's
Sam Eagle?
Legal Eagle?
yeah
Sam Eagle.
Sam Eagle.
Sam Eagle to Jack's Interpol officer from the Muppets movie.
I have not seen that in so long.
Okay.
So give me another I don't know, influence or con, probably con.
Yes, I am cured to be the
And I feel like Kai should be involved in this role.
I am all for that. I will give
Are you assisting?
I will assist you in this influence role.
Oh, please be critical. Oh, you got a hit, damn you.
But
Jack, you get 1 extra die on your con roll.
Vishala does get edge because she can tell my mood. I don't know whether she can spend that edge because she's still under the. I think she's still under the effects of that.
Well, she's
gas
against
attack.
me, so she doesn't. I don't know if she'd get the edge because it's my test.
Well, you guys get edge just because superior. You know, you have the high ground literally, and figuratively. You're up and about, and she's she has been bound and almost gagged.
Wait, maybe that's why we're not getting anything out of her. If we proper questioning requires a gag, right?
A wet one with dripping water. Oh wait, that's not allowed anymore.
Even that voice in our heads is agreeing with torture being a little bit more necessary.
No, not at all.
I mean, I
So-
can go super dark. I have animate plastic, and there's some things you just don't want to know what you can do with plastic.
Yeah, I can only
Yeah.
imagine. So you do find out this little bit of information is that MCT, the Null Sect, and DIS are all working together. She thinks that MCT initiated the partnership with the others, but they initially had other corporate partners. Lately, though, MCT has gone their own way, and that's when she kind of went off on her own and took the research with her. That's why people are after her now. So the the null sect that were after her are after her because they've been pointed at her by MCT. She thinks.
Okay. And why shouldn't we just like leave you outside for the toxic spirits to tear apart?
They're not toxic spirits. They're just normal spirits.
Okay, why shouldn't we leave you outside for the normal spirits? I feel like we'd gain spirit rep doing that.
Because you're humans, and that's just only a monster would do that. That's something I would do.
Well,
Have
and,
you ever
know,
met a human?
and we're getting paid to.
Have you ever met a human?
Wait.
Was that intentional?
That was. When you open a door like that, I can't not walk through it.
And we know you love puns.
I definitely do.
Kenny's gonna DNI the team that he just had an interesting idea.
Uh-oh.
We were already talking about calling Guide, because we weren't sure how to get her out of here with the spirits and everything. We should stay in this room and call Guide to come pick her up from this room.
Yes.
Yeah.
It will be hard
Come
to
on
call.
in, Guide. You can totally enter this room.
It will be hard to call Guide from this room.
Well, we can walk outside and call him and then let him know where we're at and go
Yeah,
back
we
in.
I'll
just
go
tell
outside.
him how to get here, and if he wants Fashala, he
Well,
has to come here.
He is aware of the mana void because he had scouted it for you.
I'll go outside and call Guide.
At least when we now know why Guide didn't do this himself.
So, have you caught her? That's how he answered the comm call, Malish.
Yeah, we got her. She's here. She's in this warehouse, but we can't leave because there's like these spirits that want to rip her apart.
Yeah, they're not thrilled with her.
So we had to bring her back in the building.
Well, I'd love to question her, but I can't question her there.
Well, how are we gonna get her out of here?
I
If we
mean-
leave, she's gonna die.
Maybe you could negotiate with the spirits and explain to them that she's being brought to justice. And if that doesn't work, you could run like hell.
Hey, have you met me? I don't do spirits.
Well, by
man.
you, I meant your team. I know you all have your specialties.
Right. Hey, spirits! We want to leave. Is that alright? Yeah, they didn't say anything. Alright, I'll go check with the guys and see if they can talk to some spirits.
If you can get her back here, I have your pay from for the job. If you can't, I will pay for information that you can acquire. But I definitely need to know things.
Alright, is there anything
Ask him
else,
what he needs
like
to know.
specific? Because you could like send us a question list if you want.
I don't know what to ask. I.e. the GM's not going to make it that easy.
Wait, you don't know what to ask? What were you gonna ask her if I brought her there?
I was just going to have a conversation, and as things flowed, actually, you were gonna interrogate her if you wanted to. If you wanted to pay to interrogate her, even better.
Yeah, whatever. Well, I guess we gotta interrogate her anyway. So
So if you choose to do it there, that's fine. Just bring me any information you get. Depending on the quality of the information, I will pay a reasonable amount.
all right. Well, I'll go relay that to the guys.
If memory serves, Doc's relay backpack was destroyed, wasn't it? Because it was hacked. And
Correct.
No, it didn't get destroyed because
I ran away.
Yeah, it had to get up and run.
It came back and got on my back.
Would we be able to relay the comlink signal to closer to where we're storing her?
There we go. I'm
No,
out.
because the or whatever's in the matrix is gonna try and zap it the moment it comes out.
Here's what Guy said. He's got our money if we bring her there. If we negotiate with some spirits and give us safe passage, or we can question it here and bring him the information. And if it's anything he needs, he might pay us.
Well, I mean, if we get to question her either way, we might as well get paid to question her.
Exactly. So, do you guys want to go talk to some spirits and see if they'll let us bring her to the guide, or what's going on?
I
I think
mean,
we should just put her in one of these crates and wheel it out.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you can't see through boxes.
Wouldn't the spirits be wanting to kill the bad mojo and anything associated with it, like the whole box?
I mean, maybe we can find a box that doesn't have all the bad mojo in it.
But
I'm
then,
taking these gun crates.
I'm pretty sure they'd be able to see through that, wouldn't they, or be highly suspicious?
So the spirits would be able to see through all of the crates. They're not anything particularly magical. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
they're
another
like up
thing
in
Guy
that
told you was, any examples of her experiments that you could bring back would be worth something too.
Yeah,
But just
I
carrying
would.
it around would probably
I
piss
would.
off the spirits.
I would
Right?
have told him that. Hey, Andriga said if we bring any of that stuff out, the spirits are gonna try and kill us too.
Yeah, I did already tell the whole team about the
Yeah.
bad mojo stuff. So
I would have
Oh,
told Guy that if he said that.
it's bad mojo. It'll give you a toxic aura. It's not going to make you a target. The spirits don't know what those weapons are. They just sense that they're toxic. It's not like all spirits go after toxic spirits. They just avoid them because they're toxic.
I see. So then we could throw her in a crate with toxic weapons and bring it, and they will stay away from it because it's toxic.
No.
Oh, I figure it's worth a try.
No, they would recognize a spirit for a spirit. Toxic aura on something, oh, whatever. But her, they recognize her aura. They're like, we want her.
So we just put her in a box and walk on out.
And
Yeah, I
again,
guess that
Works.
it doesn't work because the further from the building you get, the more the spirits are going to get close and eventually start attacking her.
Well,
so
we just have to get to the van.
The assumption the players are making is that spirits can't see through materials, which is absolutely the truth. But I guess what the GM is intending is the spirits can actually just stick their faces inside the box and look at it.
Yeah, basically a spirit accidentally passes through the box and goes, oh, I know this aura. I've been warned about this. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was not getting that disconnect.
Oh, I thought we were saying we
Bias of
just
time.
sneak her like far enough to get to the van, and then we just drive away as fast as possible.
And that's worth trying.
I can bring the van up to the door, and then we just like roll her out to the thing, throw her in the back of the van.
Because Guide has a place that will be protected.
Didn't we have something that
you did.
the batteries?
You did. You had the box from the battery.
You still have those?
I think you kept one.
We have one of them, but I don't think she's gonna fit in it.
Not all of her anyway.
Oh, what mission was that?
That was the one with the balloons.
No, that was the
underwater one.
No, it was the one where you hijacked the hijacked shipment.
Yeah, it's one where Jack went off on his own and tried to woo the lady, and she was like, "Oh, screw you."
That was mission 12. Get the goodies.
Yeah, because I don't think she's gonna fit in one of those boxes.
Yeah, the manivoltaic.
See what I'm looking at. The monovoltaic boxes. Let's see where they are. Go ahead and keep talking. I'll tell you when I find something out.
But if it's a lining on the box, maybe we could take the box part and slap it on the front of this box, and it'll be harder for them to pass through the box.
We do still have the one of those preps for mana barrier left that we bought a couple missions ago as well.
So The description of the monovoltaic rods were there were 21 of them. They were 1.5 meters long. So that's what, about 5 feet?
Yeah.
4.5, 5 feet. And there were 7 in each case.
So how wide are they?
I mean, that sounds like a pretty decent size. That's like a 5 foot long.
I feel like that's kind of like a little bit bigger than a case you'd find like an AT4 in. Oh, you guys probably don't. Well, Jack knows what an AT4 is.
But yeah.
So yeah, you could. She's not a large woman, so it'd be uncomfortable. And I don't think her comfort is really high on your list.
Yeah, no. I'm good with
Oh
it.
no.
And knowing the
She's
fact that
suffering.
she's not going to be murdered by spirits, she may actually be cooperative.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's go do that.
So
we-
you don't have that
Place
box with you, obviously.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, I store lots of stuff in my van, but I don't know if I'd store that in my van.
Give me a perception audio. Audible? Audio? I don't know.
Audio.
Oral.
Everyone?
Oral is the right word. Yes, everyone. If you got cyber ears, now's the chance to use them. Do any of you have cyber ears?
I don't have no savings.
No.
So. I barely have essence left. I don't think I can afford savings.
Jesus, 9 dice and you get 5 hits. Andriger, you hear...
It is literally all 5s for me today, isn't it? I've rolled. This is my third 5.
You and Kenny hear the distant sound of sirens. Dockwagon may be on the way.
All right, let's do this.
You may not have time to go get a box.
With my knowledge of biotech, can I like identify her biomonitor or something so that we can make sure we don't leave a trackable signal, so that when we take her, Dockwagon's not going to follow us?
I have a feeling that those things aren't really tamper resistant, because elsewise, that'd be the first thing everybody jacked with.
Yeah, but
Does she have an implanted biomonitor? Because if not, we can just take it off.
Yeah, well, that and if the biomonitor says she's fine now, doesn't it? Because she's
Well,
Fine.
she's in the shielded building.
Well, let's go take her out of the building. Let's go put her in the
Wait,
van.
before
Drive away.
we take her out of the building, is her biomonitor implanted, or is it something we can just remove? Because it changes my response.
I feel like it's implanted, because if it was something that could be removed, wouldn't everybody just remove it on victims?
Then Kai's gonna slap her with a
Yeah, they can
hedgehammer.
find it.
Okay, you got one of
And
those.
yeah.
Rating 6.
So,
and-
okay, go ahead. What's the plan?
and then throw in the box with the toxic weapons. That'll buy us some time. And we pull the van up to the door. We
So are you
roll
gonna
the box
grab?
out, throw it in there.
Are you gonna grab just one box? All 3 boxes? What's the plan?
We'll just one.
We
Well,
destroyed one box, remember?
we'll take enough of the stuff out so we can fit her in.
So,
then,
are
we
you
should
are
take
you
every-
are
we
you
will take
stealing
everything
the
we can.
stuff? Is the question.
Yes.
What?
We
Yeah.
take
Okay.
everything
taking
that's
them.
not destroyed.
Guy said he wanted the stuff, so we're gonna take him the stuff.
And the repurposed Dobermans.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Do you have room for them?
Sure, got lots of room.
Oh yeah, because you have an 18-wheeler basically.
I mean, we could if we wanted to steal them. It's an electronics check.
I was thinking more for the fact that you could at least recover 10% of their value on the black market.
Yeah,
There you go.
I can build my own out of them. Yeah.
Yeah, you could just use that 10% as value towards a new one. Anyway, so 4 Dobermans, you can add that the value 10% of 4 Dobermans to your list of loot, and you're gonna recover the contents of the 3 crates and one of the crates.
Yep.
And you're going to go to Guide because he said he had a place that he could keep her isolated in safely.
That is correct.
And how are you going to get there? Are you going to be just abiding the law like good little citizens?
We're gonna drive up to the thing. We're gonna load her in, and then I'm gonna get out of here as fast as possible. Probably.
All right.
Fast as speed limit allows, you mean?
I want.
Yeah. I'll do the speed limit when I need to.
Doing the speed limit will not be enough to outrun the spirit army that is after you.
And that's fine. We'll get break some laws.
So I'm going to want to successfully escape. I think I want 3 piloting checks, and I am flying blind here. What's a difficult threshold for you?
Well, the
One
threshold
is totally hard.
the threshold is set by the type of car and the speed interval, isn't it?
Yeah. So what's the handling of the bison?
0 pretty much because of my rig.
So then conditions affect that. So I'm going to say I need 3 piloting tests, threshold of 5.
I believe the way the rules officially work is for every increment of the speed limit you go, the speed interval you
Yeah,
go.
it increments.
You get a
It
minus
increments.
1.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm doing is just trying to do like a skills challenge where it's basically just if you get enough hits over the 3 tests, then you can get away scot free. Otherwise, there's going to be repercussions.
All right.
Because I don't feel like dealing with chase rules or any of that crap.
Okay, because I think there's 10 speed intervals for the max level, isn't there? Which
Yeah.
would be a minus 10.
But he's in a city, so he's not driving that fast.
Gotcha.
Not unless you're trying to take out pedestrians and everything else and get the whole city after you. Well, so far that's 2 successes. Consistent rolling. What did I say? Threshold 5 or 4?
I think you said 5.
I think I said 5 too. So that is pretty successful. You probably scratched up your vehicle a little bit. Nothing you can't fix, but you've definitely hit a few trash cans, dumpsters, that kind of thing. So you guys are able to get to where Guide is, and he ushers you in. He goes to help you unload, even though it's not really his thing. And as soon as he touches one of the weapons, he recoils like it physically harms him and lets you unload that stuff. And he puts her in a room that Jack and Andriger would recognize as like almost like a lodge.
All right.
The guide, what do you think all this stuff is? Kenny holds out one of the weapons towards him.
He's like, I don't know, but I'm not touching it anymore.
Why not? It seems perfectly fine to me.
I don't know. It just gives me the willies.
So, Guide, you're a spirit then, I take it.
A spirit? Yes. I'm a free spirit.
Cool. Andrew smiles and just picks up one of the weapons and carries it right past him like it's, in a very nonchalant way.
He steps back a little.
Do you think?
Can you put those
these
in the
have
room
a
to the
lot of
right?
kick?
I'm sorry?
Do you think these have a lot of kick?
I don't know. I've never seen them in action, but I suspect they created the monovoid in the ice rink. I will be passing those on to people that can study them effectively. As you were flying out of there, you passed a 3 dock wagon team. Well, 2 dock wagon teams on the ground and 1 flying headed in.
Nice.
She got like a platinum membership or something?
I don't know. Maybe you need to ask her that. So you are now at Guides, and you have her hopefully in a secure environment.
All right. There you go, Guide. Any questions you want us to ask her, or you figured out your own questions now?
Nope. You're doing fine. So let me pay you for what I owe you already, so we can get that unpleasantness out of the way.
What's unpleasant about you giving us money?
Say what? I mean,
just asking what's unpleasant about him getting his
Money.
it's money leaving my account into yours.
Yeah, we find that very enjoyable.
I'm doing math. Give me a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. Figure out what you want to ask.
So what do you think of the weather?
That has nothing to do with what you need to ask.
I'm kind of
Hey,
curious.
it's a question we can ask her.
She might
How
not
much?
know.
How much do you guys think Guide needs to pay us to not accidentally kill Vishala?
Didn't sound like Guide was really too concerned about what happens to Fashala as long as Guide gets information.
your heat modifier thing would have been in effect, correct? Kenny?
Finesse? Yeah, probably. I don't think we did anything too crazy.
Okay, so you guys had a 2. No heat.
We did kill lots of people.
Which is why you didn't have any positive modifiers, and you were in the middle of nowhere, and oddly enough, I can tell you now that Vishala had bribed all the right people to look the other way when strange things happened in that neck of the woods.
Nice.
Except for Dockwagon.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, she probably did.
She pays them to show up when she needs them, duh.
I mean, it's the right call to make.
So, she might not really know much since she's not really with MCT now, but it's really kind of concerning that MCT kind of started all this.
Well, MCT actually took over from another Mega that she's not, she doesn't know who was. So what you've gotten so far is stuff that she resisted giving up, but she did eventually give up. MCT, Null Sect, and DIS were working together. She thinks MCT initiated the partnership with others, but they initially had other corporate partners. Lately, though, MCT's gone their own way. And that was after they lost those other corporate partners is where she became involved and decided that she wanted to take things her own direction and kind of went her own way. She admits that the combined effort is related to Monotech, but she insists it's defensive in nature. Dissians have warned them about attempts by other metaplanar residents to mess with the metaplanes, so she's involved in an effort to defend them. You know, I'm the good guy. Why are you attacking me? She also claims that Nullsec were approached to wipe out the tech part of the Monotech, since they're good at that sort of thing, but as you were told before, other parties are regretting that, including them, because the Nullsec tend to get a little overzealous and expand beyond the boundaries that they're given. That is what you have learned so far. And I gave you your picking up the pieces from Mission 25.
Does the 18,000 include the 4 Dobermans?
It does not.
So we get more.
Yeah, you'll get more. You'll get point.
I figured Clutch was just gonna take those and apply them towards purchasing a Doberman for himself.
Either way, we could split it up. I'm sure Andrew gonna need some money.
I mean, Kenny took over 3 of them.
That is true.
Kenny.
Actually, didn't Kenny take over 4 of them?
No, you got 3
No,
and,
Kenny took over 3 and DJ took over 1.
Yeah, DJ took 1.
Okay, fine. DJ is its own entity. You're right. DJ gets their own cut.
Well, you guys can figure that out afterwards because you won't have time to do anything with them right now anyway. 6 karma because you survived and didn't murder Vishala yet. No reputation up or down. Again, because you didn't murder Vishala yet. No heat because you're in the middle of nowhere, and Kenny makes heat. Kenny's such a cool guy, he lowers heat. Ah, see what I did? And Guide is happy because you brought her back, and Nikki's happy because she's in custody and not trying to kill Nikki.
Not trying to kill Nikki yet.
Still, or at the moment. And that is the end of Mission 25. So, now, I don't have a screen for this. Are we going to bore people with the same old map screen?
Probably, but what else would we do?
I don't have any other exciting screens. I should make, like, other screens.
I mean, it's a map of Seattle. There's always something to do on there.
It's a map of Denver.
Or, that's right, Denver.
And I will replace your bear with the correct bear.
I mean, Doberman's only
I like the drop bear.
By the way.
Hey, question. What is our current favor with Vishala?
I don't know. What is your current favor with Vishala? It's not my turn to keep track of that.
I mean, I have 1 loyalty and 1 favor. Why do you ask?
I have 2 favor points. Hey, Vishala, you know that favor you owed me?
That's not going to work. I will tell you right now, you've gotten sense motive. Give me sense motive checks before I give you information. Jack, you're awfully quiet.
Do you mean judge intention?
Yeah, what did I say? Sense motive? Isn't sense motive a thing?
No.
That
I'm crossing the
That's
streams
not
again, aren't I?
minor.
you are.
That's D&D sense motive.
Ayy. It's not a critical glitch.
Yeah, judge intentions.
I've been watching her the whole time, other than that instance when I was looking at guide.
So many ones.
And I just want to point out, this is my 4th 5 hits.
And what about Jack and Mollis? Or Clutch, rather. Jack got 5 hits. Jack, you're awfully quiet. Is your mic broken?
I think it's working.
Look at all those
He
5.
doesn't have anything to say.
So,
Did I have time to take a rest and try and reduce some of this stun damage?
not yet. But can't you heal that with medical kits?
It's
No.
drained.
Drain.
Oh, it's drain.
I can put a stim patch on it, but then it just come back worse.
That's true, but it might get you through. How long do they last? Like 10 minutes per hit?
Plus, if we go with the LC rules, stim patches can't fix drain.
This isn't part of the LC, and
Yep. And
those rules are bullshit.
Sounds like a magic user whinging about magic use is being restrained.
How can you misunderstand? This thing removes boxes. Sorry.
it does sound like that's kind of punitive towards mages intentionally.
It sounds like the. Never mind.
Not going to.
That road.
Yeah, there's no point bitching about things you're not going to change.
Yeah.
You could probably take an hour nap if you wanted. You may miss out on a little bit of. You might want to stick around for rolls, but I know you're taking a wound penalty. But it might be better still you doing actual face stuff when the face stuff is needed right now. Because with your judge intentions, you guys realize she is a professional. She is not going to have answers tortured out of her. You're going to have to confuse her or trick her into giving you information.
Or drug her, I'm hearing you say.
That may actually help you with the confusing and tricking.
The drug her.
Endless supply of booze for one lady, please.
Hey, guess what? My first bot of the night.
I mean, there actually is a drug for that.
Yeah, it's
I'm trying to remember what
scopolamine.
it's called.
Scopolamine.
Yeah.
I used it on my Technomancer in SRM as his non-lethal attack, but it got expensive because
Yeah.
I couldn't afford the good stuff.
I mean, we just have to find someone who can source us I7 toxins.
Gamma scopolamine.
Availability 7 illegal.
Yes.
There you go. Here is the compendium answer to gamma scopolamine. Particularly nasty agent derived from nightshade. Hey, I have some of that growing in my yard. It's a neuromuscular blocking agent that paralyzes its target. It takes effect immediately, causing dizziness, pupil dilation, speech loss, delirium, and paralysis. The full effects last for about an hour. Once the primary effects wear off, the remaining residue in the victim's system acts as a truth serum. So basically, you could scope her, let Jack take a nap, and by the time he wakes up...
Well, honestly, it would be longer than that because we gotta find the stuff first. I'm sure we can find the stuff, at least one dose, quickly.
Gamma scopolamine has an availability of 7I.
I'll just have it. My friend in Seattle send it over to us.
Yeah, that's going to take days.
What do you do? What else are we gonna do?
So what I'm hearing is you want us to
Wait,
make a simple
should have-
matrix search?
You should have next
And we
day
find it easy.
shipping.
If we buy it in bulk, would that make it easier to find?
No,
Yeah.
no, it would not.
And they got next day shipping now. I'm pretty sure in the future they get.
BJ's does not carry gamma scopolamine.
Look,
I'm sure we can find
if-
somebody that'll just drone carry it over to us.
If I order 100 vials, will that give us like a 10% discount?
No.
I'm just gonna order it on Amazon and get same day shipping.
Why do you do this to me? Oops, somebody set off a nuke in Denver. Up, campaign's over. See you guys next time.
Can I get like 20 vials of this stuff? Actually, make it 50.
How much is it? It's not that expensive, is it?
It's like 200 nuyen.
It's 200 nuyen per dose, but the problem is finding something that's availability 7i.
Yeah.
If only you had somebody that had acted as a Bilko contact.
Or someone who could, make crazy matrix searches.
No, because matrix search only gets you so far. Especially when it comes to the illegal part.
Yeah, I got illegal contacts, but they're all in Seattle, sorry.
Yeah.
It's funny because you met somebody pretty early on.
Who we've forgotten.
They're accessible in the campaign in the journal.
Oh, that
What,
one
that-
guy who can get us that one thing one time.
Yep.
Yes.
That one person.
I
I
thought
thought
you
you were
told
talking
me
about
stuff,
the
Susan.
It was Shane. It was Shane and Ann Agan.
come on, Ski. Come on, Juz. We know it's got to be that convenience store guy that that Jack befriended.
No, it is not Toro.
Sure, he all this time he turned out to be, a kingpin drug.
Yeah.
smuggler.
He was a secret supplier to all of the Denver street dogs.
What about that artificial intelligence that owes us a favor? Did she ever give us something?
Nope.
No,
I get-
you haven't heard anything from her in a long time.
Can I get Nikki the gardener to put me in contact with a drug dealer?
No.
Oh, come on.
The biggest hurdle you're facing is time. Shane would probably be your best bet, but one of four of you would have to use your favor.
Well, I can use my favor. Well, I don't think I have a favor. I don't think
There
I
are
have.
four of you. Andrigger, Kenny, Jack, and Kai were the only ones on that mission.
Got it. I was gonna say, I was like, I don't think I had that one.
I thought I used mine to get the ruthenium sheath for my armor.
Oh, you may have, and that's Kai, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jack
pretty
would have
sure
done
I
his
did.
favor.
Sorry.
Jack will use his favor.
Jack, if I give you the nuyen, will you all order like an extra 50 vials?
I mean,
So-
I think that'll be up to Shane and Ann how much they can get us.
At best, they can probably get you 20 vials. Or 20 doses, rather. On short notice.
What the hell are we gonna do with 20 doses?
I have discovered what I'm going to use my backpack for.
Oh no. Is your backpack's new name going to be Roofie?
No, that'll be the name of the MCT Hornets that I'm going to stick on it.
Anyway, so you can get 20 doses of gamma-scopolamine. It's going to cost you $220 each.
I'll give
220 nuyen each.
Not
I'll give
each person, each dose. So that's
give Jack
4,400 nuyen.
Yeah, I'll give Jack the 4,400 nuyen.
And Jack will give that to Shane?
I mean, it's going to be 5,000 yen.
Okay, well, Shane, you can get a favor point with him. May
Oh
not
no,
be
that was the
useful.
price
But...
to Kai. I'm gonna haggle with Shane.
Oh, okay. All right, so
All right, Kai will give you 5,000 nuyen because Kai's
he
gonna be
doesn't
like,
know
"Oh,
any better. So roll your negotiation then. I'm going to say he has like a 12 dice pool because he was corpo guy. Two. So yeah, you can knock that 4,400 down to 4,000.
All right.
So normal cost.
Hey Kai. He gave us a discount. Here's 200 yen back.
Awesome. You know, you're really good at negotiating.
I know I am.
Jesus. Of all the teammates to do that to, the one that likes to murder people for no reason.
Hey,
What do you
only,
mean? I'm his buddy. I just got him a deal.
You did.
Yeah, it's only a problem if Kai ever finds out.
Exactly.
A true steal, only 4,800 for 20 doses.
It checks out to me.
Well, it should normally be 4,000, so that's not an unreasonable expectation of cost. Okay, you have 20 doses of gamma-scopolamine. Now am I going to have to read the drug rules?
Obviously, we're going to dose her with it, or with one of them, but then I get to keep the other 19.
With all 20 of them.
There you go. Honestly,
We'll get her addicted to the stuff.
Now that would be truly evil.
Toxin
How long do
resistance is body and willpower plus rating of any no gear.
How long do we have to,
Oh god, power 12. What was your question? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to ask how long do we have to interrogate her?
Well, she's going to be out for an amount of time. Give me a second. I got to do all the stuff.
Well, because, if we have all the time in the world, we could addict her to amphetamines and then just...
You don't have that
refuse
much time,
to
no.
give her the amphetamines.
Wow, that would really tank your reputation. You are the bad guys. You are all of the bad guys.
I
All
mean,
of the bad guys combined, huh?
Denver going kaboom may actually be good because it takes you out of the world. The collateral damage may be worth it. Where the hell is my NPC? Oh, she's up here. What did I say? Willpower and body? Oh, she's got this. Piece of cake. So 12 minus 5 is 7. So, what is her body? That's 4. So 2 times 30 minutes, an hour. So she's out for an hour. So she's out for an hour. So Jack, go ahead and do your natural recovery. Anybody else that needs to can. If you want to take a nap, Guide will give you a space.
Just real lounge out in my van. I'll be fine.
Do you have velour seat covers?
Of course.
Of course. Is anybody else doing anything during the hour other than watching Vishala snore?
Kai's going to be watching MeTube tutorial videos on how to train exotic animals.
Fair. Other than that, nothing's happening. So you will have an hour pass, and Jack are you back to full now?
Yes.
Good. And now you can go back to interrogating her. The funny thing is the effect is just reduced willpower, which has nothing to do with resisting interrogation. I feel like I'm just going to give her a 3-die penalty on any rolls that require clear thought. How's that? Or any rolls to mislead or refuse to answer. I like that. Because the penalty is normally it reduces the willpower by 3. So I'll give her a 3 dice penalty on resisting your advances.
Wouldn't the composure check be specifically for resisting, giving information away?
That's valid, yeah.
And that's willpower plus charisma.
And I closed her again because I'm an idiot. Where is she? There she is. Oh, no, I didn't. There she is. All right, so we're going to give her willpower of -3. And and we'll see how that works out. Because that's the one button I have is composure. Yeah, that works.
So, guide, what do you want to know from her?
I really don't know what to ask. That's on you. He's playing dumb to test you. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, you obviously had some idea that she was doing something wrong because you've paid us a lot of money to look into this whole thing.
Well, she was the one responsible for the destroyed monosphere in the areas that she'd been working.
Yep, indeed, she was.
And you've learned who she works for.
Probably.
Or who was working on the project at the time she was. And her understanding of the purpose of the project. So maybe dig deeper into the purpose of the project. Why it's still not clear why nullsect were brought in, because this is monotech. It's nothing to do with the Matrix. And maybe if you can figure out who the early corporate partner was, that would be good.
I will ask her those questions.
And then
Really good questions, guide. You're nailing it, buddy.
see if she.
So I'm going to ask the players over the table, how quickly do we want this session to be over? Because if you're just like, I want to roll dice, I don't want to role play this, then it's going to be over pretty quick.
Oh, is this the entire mission?
Yes, questioning her is the mission. Well, fighting off Dockwagon was, but you avoided that.
Back. I'm assuming we've not made much progress.
Well, you've learned that if you just roll a bunch of dice and succeed, then tonight's session is over. Because you avoided fighting Dockwagon.
I mean, I'm all for, threatening to dull 99% of the knives in Vishala's apartment, but not tell her which one is the sharp one.
What?
You think it's not scary until you decide you need to eat a steak.
I feel like...
Truly terrible torture.
I feel like Kai's player has PsyOps training.
Definitely not.
Or has learned a lot of things in their time in the Psi institutions.
Maybe. or maybe should be institutionalized.
That last one's probably the most accurate.
I don't think they're all mutually exclusive.
That's true.
That's fair.
So you're gonna what avenue are you gonna pursue first?
I think we would ask her about the vending machines.
That catches her off guard. What about vending machines?
You provided the vending machines at university, didn't you?
I have had
One that mocks me everywhere I go.
I have nothing to do with vending contracts. That's yeah, no.
So if you're not responsible for that, then who brought in nullsect?
Nullsec, what do they have to do with vending machines? Roll your whatever you're doing. Are you?
I'm being convincing.
You're convincing her. You're misleading her. Wow, that was a pretty terrible roll.
It was. My rolls in your lobby have been bad lately.
Well, I mean, her disadvantage of being drugged. She's a little loopy. She's like, "What? I don't know what you're talking about. They were brought into the partnership because they can abuse the Matrix like no one else, and that's exactly what was needed."
Why did you need to abuse the Matrix? You were working on magical weapons.
Well, sort of.
I will roll it again.
No, it's
Tell me.
I'm trying to figure out. I don't know the answer to the question. I, the GM, don't know the answer to the question. I've told you that the plot on in this campaign is kind of convoluted. I personally still I still personally do not understand where null sect comes into things other than they're a nightmare for deckers and technomancers.
Well, the first place we went had like some technomancers on one side and then some mages on the other side. What was up with that? What was the research being done there?
They were researching something to do with magic and resonance separately. It was not clear what.
But you were like the runner on that project, right?
Vishala, no, she was not.
I thought she was involved in that.
No, I don't believe so.
Because wasn't that one of the labs that she like?
No,
left?
that was
Oh,
like
no.
mission 3, 2? So you were introduced to Nikki in mission 2, Toward the Edge. That was the warehouse with the awakened, the bar guest. That was something
Okay.
that you were hired to acquire. So Vishala took what you stole from that warehouse, and that was where she got started on her side of things. I feel like for a future GM, if anybody's watching that's going to run this in the future, maybe like a diagram of the frickin' wise.
Maybe that should have been included with the book.
Might have been nice.
Actually, that really would have been nice to have done and then given to the authors of the book, so then they would know what the heck is going on.
I feel like that. I feel like that might be the case sometimes on any of the campaign books that have multiple authors.
Exactly, because if the authors don't know what's going on, we're not gonna get it.
And this is a very, like I said, it's a very convoluted plot. But yeah, the Nulls. There's something involving Matrix crossover into Astral type stuff, and that's where the Nulls come.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Back up. That's not possible. Matrix and astral stuff don't intersect. They're completely different things. Like
Don't they?
technomancers are not magic users that just deal with the tech stuff.
Well, that's absolutely what they are. Just read the rules. Technomancers are just Matrix mages. Convince me otherwise. Change my mind.
You're not wrong.
Well, I am wrong because Technomancers are weak as hell and mages are not. Or is that just Kenny? I'm kidding, Kenny. He didn't answer, did he?
He's too busy crying.
Is that what it is? Dabbing his tears.
Actually, I was busy not answering, but I'm busy not answering my phone.
Sounds like you're eating. So that's about the best you're going to find about nullsec because I don't know the answer. You get the answers you need. I just don't know the answers you need. And Guide is not in the room, so you can't see his look of satisfaction. So what else?
So we're a little unclear on how this all started. Who was the first company that got this ball rolling?
I am not sure, but maybe if you rolled a really good influence check.
Maybe I'll jog your memory.
I'm gonna take her for a jog down memory lane. Holy crap!
That's exactly average.
Yeah, well, she rolled above average. It wasn't enough. I'm not entirely sure, but I think early on, as technology had something to do with things, something to do with pulling mana through rifts in the astral from other planes.
Tell me, was Catherine Flores involved?
Who? But then MCT stole some of their ideas and is now running them on their own, and as technology seems to have fallen out of the picture.
I'm still not convinced that that first laboratory place that had the technomancers and the mages working on stuff is not involved, because that was an as technology.
That was involved. That was not an S technology lab.
It was. I swear I have notes.
It was not. It was an MCT lab. You were misled by intentionally by the information. And she's telling you this like all smug. You've convinced her that she. You know how it is. You trick an internet troll into spilling it by making them feel superior. That's exactly what you've done to her. And she's like, "Ha! See, you were fooled."
Continue soliloquizing.
I don't know what that word means. Can you spell it in a sentence?
No.
I broke Jack.
Spell words in sentences.
Yes, you can. You can say, I spell cat, C-A-T. See, I did it. I spelled it in a sentence.
Kai turned to the salmon. These people are idiots.
Who did you turn to?
You know, the salmon I'm cooking.
Oh, you're talking to a fish.
A dead fish that they're currently cooking.
Wait, what? A faux salmon? Is that like his chew toy?
No, you know, because meat's so hard to come by. So
Oh, so it's a soyman.
Yeah, it's a salmon. That's way more funny than it should be.
That is the preferred fish to use in making sushi.
Why are you assuming the gender of that food?
It could be soy.
That's my
You don't know.
It took me a minute. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about gender? And then it struck. Don't make puns on my puns, you bastard.
It's punception, come on.
Yes, it is.
You should know by now we're a very punny group.
We really are. So you got that out of her. Who the original contact, her original corp was, and also you found out more correct information on a previous false assumption. I'd call that a win-win. I feel like you have very little time left before the scopolamine wears off and she's just exhausted.
Kind of curious what progress she made since breaking from MCT. Like, what she actually was able to add to whatever the hell they're doing.
Well, I mean, you stole her prototypes, so... That's what was in the boxes, were her prototype weapons.
Yeah, but we don't know how to use any of that stuff.
No, and neither does Guide, and that doesn't seem like something you're going to get out of her other than point and pull the trigger, dummy.
So how is Dis involved?
Well, they're from another plane, as you well know. I assume. And so the project was not about actually preserving any monospheres. It was about trying to drain mana from other planes, and the Dissians have done this in the past. But we were building machines that could automate the process to bring more mana here from other places.
You realize that just sounds like a horrible, horrible, awful idea.
It sounds like a great idea if you're on the receiving end. As in the recipient of the mana, not the one donating it.
Yeah. Anybody got anything else?
Ask Vishala how she prefers her fish.
Why don't you ask her yourself?
Vishala, how do you like your fish?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, if you were going to have honey glazed garlic salmon, how would you want it?
Honey glazed and garlic?
Well, you get raw! And then Kyle will slap her on the face with the raw fish.
Yeah, no, salmon needs to be savory, not sweet.
Ah, but that's what the salt's for.
Yeah, but the honey just makes it.
Well, yeah, but you use salt and pepper to change the flavor.
We'll just agree to disagree. I'm just not a fan of sweet on my fish.
Me either.
I love it, especially if you add some miso. But that's more umami than sweet.
Yeah, out of character, I'm not a fan of fish, full stop. So, in character, I'm sure Andrew would eat whatever.
I don't think you're a fan of most meat out of character.
Yeah, being vegetarian kind of makes it the case for sure.
Let's see.
Although the soy fish or soyman, I guess, would be okay.
Well, I mean, that's vegetation based.
Yeah, how's it dystopian when everyone's forced to be vegetarian?
I mean, that'd be pretty dystopian in my book.
It's
I'm definitely
dystopian
an
for
omnivore.
carnivores.
I'm definitely an omnivore, and I would not want to be a vegetarian or a vegan. I don't look down on anybody else making that choice, but I personally like a little more variety. Anyway, so you are finished interrogating Vishala, and she is taking sleepy time.
Ooh, that's perfect. When she wakes up, she'll smell the cooking meat, well, the cooking food, and be hungry, and then she'll be even more inclined to answer questions.
I figured you were going to do the Punisher move where you heat up the iron bar with a torch and then touch her with a popsicle where she can't see.
See,
that was awesome.
Here's the problem with physical torture. Eventually people break. Psychological torture, people will still try and tell you the truth because they'll believe that you can tell the difference between lies and the truth.
Honestly, I think no torture actually works because the torturee will eventually, if it's done torturously, will do whatever it takes to stop the torture.
Exactly.
They will tell you what they think you want to know.
See, I think torture full stop doesn't work because the torturer will only allow the torturee to give answers that
confirmation bias.
To the torturer's worldview.
Exactly.
So even if they tell you something that is true, if you don't believe it,
there's a reason it's like frowned upon in the whole Geneva Convention, etc.
Well, I mean, the Geneva Convention is
Geneva Convention doesn't have anything to do with torture, but I know it's illegal somehow because they told us we're not allowed to torture enemy combatants.
That has largely to do with the fact that like war crimes as a whole exist because if
do unto others.
Well, yeah, you don't want other people doing it to your soldiers.
That's just like the reason we don't assassinate foreign dignitaries, in theory.
Well, and it's the reason why you don't do false flag operations because if people can't,
they're so effective, they could be just as easily used against you.
Well, if people can no longer actually accept a ceasefire or truce agreement, then no one can take prisoners anymore.
So anyway, back on topic. So you have gotten information out of Vishala, and obviously Guide has been observing and has absorbed this. He will thank you for your time and even for leaving Vishala alive. He will tell you that he is going to drop the barrier that protects her.
Cool.
If you would like to stay to watch that or not is up to you. So, yeah.
Where do you keep the popcorn at?
I wasn't going to say it, but I was thinking it.
Looks like we're going to have to fish.
So is somebody going to call Clutch and let him know that the fireworks are about to start?
Where the heck's
Kyle probably let him know as they're walking out. Kai's seen people die before.
It's not as much fun if you're not doing it.
Yeah, it's kind of like playing soccer. It's fun if you're a participant. It's not really fun to just watch it.
Yeah, where the heck's...
You're not European, apparently.
Oh, I'm still in the van, probably.
Or South America.
No, I'm that way with everything. Like, I love playing paintball, but I can't watch it.
Blah, blah, blah.
That's okay. I don't understand the joy of watching sports either. So
Jack's
I
not
don't
sticking
mind.
around.
So Jack is not.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't stick around for that.
Yeah, it's not. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not going to describe it. Horrible things happen. She dies. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm right about that. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that he will drop the that he drops it as you fade to black.
I mean, if he doesn't, we're gonna make sure she doesn't survive.
Well, that's the main reason that it's done is it allows the spirits to have their vengeance, and it makes sure she is not a problem for anybody else ever again.
So what you're saying is everyone except Jack gains some astral rep for allowing the spirits to get their way, right?
No, that's not how that works. I don't think. Staying out of their way is not the same thing as doing them good deeds.
In this case, it doesn't matter since Jack's the only one who can actually benefit from astral
That's
rep.
very true. Okay,
Just
so
you should get some astral rep.
no, you would get Matrix rep, but that isn't
No,
a thing.
just astral rep.
Is Matrix rep a thing in the book that shall not be named, Hack and Slash?
Absolutely.
That's funny.
I mean,
You
they're
really are a Matrix mage.
they're literally just Matrix mages.
Yeah, that's exactly true.
It's just that spirits are not the same as sprites.
They're almost the same.
And
They're-
fate is
they're worse.
healable.
What was that?
Fate is healable. Yes.
Yeah, and so they're better than mages in that aspect.
Well,
But worse
and
than just about everything else.
well, I mean, if Technomancer goes with a Decker, the Technomancer can help the Decker reduce
Lose
their
OS, yeah.
OS.
Yeah.
So long as Technomancers are the only ones who can reduce OS, then there is a reason to play one. So. Steve Kenny?
Technomancers are almost stupid broken in how powerful they are.
Yes, within the Matrix.
I think that they are a slow burn. I think they start out kind of gimpy and then pretty rapidly build up. Like the first couple of submersions really helps them a lot.
Yeah, and you got to get that.
So what you're saying is Technomancers are the Wizard D&D class equivalent.
I guess I don't know.
But
I don't know why
they're
you
only
haven't
really
got that
powerful-
T-Talk thing yet. That thing's awesome.
Yeah,
do you
and
mean
they're
we
only
do
really
have-
powerful.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Yeah, we got a T-Talk.
Yeah, it's now what, level 3? Soon to be 4 maybe?
Yes, exactly.
They're only
I
really
never
powerful in
use
the
it.
Matrix, so that's the thing. I mean, mages are completely useless in the Matrix, but you know, you live in them in the meat space, not in the Matrix.
I mean, they can do some pretty crazy stuff with complex forms in meat space.
What complex forms work in meat space?
Doesn't Puppeteer work in meat space?
True.
There's also Marionette, which we probably aren't going to be using.
What is that, like puppeteer on drugs?
No, that's Puppeteer, specifically Puppeteer on your cybernetics.
Cyberware.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just not cool.
That's why it's
So
Kind of
so
like
you
Marinette's
can
Carnival.
let's say you can kind of turn a jacked up, ogged up samurai into a Bunraku puppet.
yes.
That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yep.
And that is definitely kind of anti TTRPG. It's like taking. It's just as bad as the control spells.
I feel like that's one of those spells that really needs a disclaimer in the rule
Oh, yeah.
GM before you grab it.
Yeah.
Can only be applied to NPCs.
Even then, it should have a content warning label.
It can very easily get out of hand.
And if they take the quality Jack Jockey, that's a pretty good
Like,
one.
all right,
All right, so I have. Look at this. 2 picking up the pieces in 1 session. Look at you guys. You're going to be disappointed.
We're only getting 1 million new in this time.
You're getting paid 2,000 each for the information gathering, and you get 3 karma. And 1 more favor with guide.
Do we lose any favor with Vishala?
Vishala is no longer, so you can just remove her as a contact. Because unlike Shadowrun
Vishala.
missions, after contact dies, they don't just mysteriously happen to exist in other missions. If you know, you know.
Well, it's that timey-wimey issues. You know, the Daleks have obviously gone in there and screwed up the time continuum, right?
This has been a really short session, so I don't know how to kill another hour or so. So I am definitely not ready for the next one. Oh God.
Brought to you by the letter X. Because it's short and sweet and there's only a couple letters.
And it's exterminated. Oh yeah. Chuz.
I didn't do it.
At the moment, your listings for the various drugs don't list their effects, just the flavor text.
So they do, but look at the stream.
It's good. Don't have the.
Are you looking at the stream?
I have to switch back each time I activate my speech, but yes, I've got the stream up. I've had it up for a little while.
So you see the gamma scopolamine, the pop down?
It's very small text.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the stream. It's legible on my end, but on the stream it is tiny. But it's basically the paragraph about the drug, and it has the type, the subtype, the availability, and the cost.
The effect, like +2 initiative dice and whatnot.
Yeah, I probably should go through and add the actual text to all of those. I mean the Roll20 integration team should probably go through and add the text for those.
Yeah, I think the Roll20 integration team does need to work on that.
Yeah.
No,
Particularly,
they've got a lot of
one
other stuff
individual
that
in
the
it.
Roll20 integration team needs to work on. Stuff for me.
No, that you're talking about the Roll20 character sheet team.
Totally not the one and only same person.
Well, no, there's multiple people on the Roll20 integration team. Like so far, I've done next to nothing on the next book that's coming out in hopefully a month or so. But you didn't hear that from me because I have done almost nothing on it. But I need to start doing stuff on it soon.
What is it? 16 days until Body Shop?
I don't want to hear about it.
Is it?
So, for any poor person that has just tuned in, we are about to call it a night. And we will see everybody next week with a full-length session, because it's not a short session that we avoided the combat on. That's hard for me to say.
Well, we can go back and kill off Doc Wagon if you want.
I feel like that they've probably left. I feel like the GM doesn't feel like dealing with it. And you did make a wise choice using the head whatever to block the signal, so they didn't realize that she had been removed. That was smart. Unless I wanted to railroad you into the combat, that was definitely a good way to avoid it. So that being said, we are going to stop the stream now. We'll see everybody next week, hopefully. For the video on demand, I hope you didn't block out 3 hours for this, because it didn't last that long. Sorry. See everybody next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.